For nearly 2 centuries, there was a city that ruled the known world. From its streets flowed orders that reshaped history. From its palaces came kings who conquered more land than anyone before them. Its armies marched farther, its administrators governed more efficiently, and its language replaced older traditions across an entire region. And yet today, we don't know where it was. No ruins, no walls, no skyline on the horizon. This is the story of Akkad, the capital of the world's first empire, and how a city powerful enough to dominate the ancient Near East vanished so completely that even its location was erased from memory. Around 2440 BC, Mesopotamia was a land of rival city-states. Cities like Uruk, Lagash, and Kish competed endlessly for land, water, and influence. Power was local, fragile, and constantly contested. Then one man changed everything. His name was Sargon. According to later tradition, Sargon arose from obscurity. He was said to have been abandoned as a child, set adrift in a basket on a river, and raised in humble circumstances. Whether that story is myth or propaganda, what followed was real. Sargon overthrew the old order and began conquering, not just neighboring cities, but entire regions. For the first time in history, a single ruler controlled a multi-ethnic, multilingual empire stretching from the Persian Gulf to the Mediterranean. To rule this unprecedented domain, Sargon founded a new capital, Akkad, also called Agade. Unlike older Sumerian cities with ancient temples and deep-rooted traditions, Akkad was something new. It was an imperial city, created to rule an empire rather than serve a single god or local population. From Akkad, Sargon installed governors over conquered cities, standardized administration, and enforced imperial authority. The Akkadian language replaced Sumerian in official use, becoming the first true imperial language in history. Akkad was not just a political center, it was a cultural revolution. Sargon aligned his dynasty with the goddess Ishtar, elevating her above older Sumerian patron gods. His daughter, Enheduanna, became the world's first known named author, composing hymns that fused Sumerian and Akkadian religious traditions into a unified imperial ideology. Art changed too. Akkadian rulers were depicted with striking realism and divine symbolism. Kings were no longer distant priest kings, they were conquerors, chosen by the gods, towering over their enemies. Under Sargon's grandson, Naram-Sin, the empire reached its peak. Naram-Sin crushed massive rebellions, expanded the empire further, and took an unprecedented step. He declared himself a living god. In art, he was shown wearing the horned crown reserved for deities, ascending mountains above fallen foes. For a time, Akkad ruled the world. And then, just as dramatically, it collapsed. Within a few decades, the empire fractured. Later texts describe chaos, famine, and divine wrath. One famous poem blames the fall of Akkad on the gods abandoning the city after its rulers claimed divinity. Modern scholars see a more complex picture. Internal rebellions strained the empire, nomadic invasions disrupted trade, and evidence increasingly points to a prolonged drought that devastated agriculture across Mesopotamia, undermining the very foundations of imperial power. By around 2150 BC, Akkad was gone. But what's truly strange is not that the empire fell, it's that the city itself disappeared. Later Mesopotamian kings revered Akkad as a legendary place. Babylonian and Assyrian rulers studied its inscriptions, collected its statues, and saw its kings as models of ideal rule. Centuries later, a Babylonian king claimed to have restored a long-ruined temple of Ishtar in Akkad. Yet even then, Akkad was already fading into legend. By the time modern archaeology began in the 19th century, no one knew where it had been. Texts mentioned Akkad constantly, but they never gave precise directions. Scholars proposed theories. Maybe Akkad was Babylon under another name. Maybe it lay near the Tigris. Maybe it had been swallowed by rivers or buried under silt. Two regions emerged as leading candidates. One lies near the junction of the Tigris and the Diyala rivers, just east of modern Baghdad, a natural crossroads for trade and administration. The other lies farther north, near the confluence of the Adhim River and the Tigris, south of Samarra. Both regions fit ancient descriptions. Both regions are heavily damaged. Mesopotamian rivers are unpredictable. Over thousands of years, the Tigris and Euphrates have shifted their courses repeatedly, eroding some cities while burying others under meters of sediment. Entire urban centers have been erased without a trace. Modern obstacles make the search even harder. Much of the likely area lies beneath modern cities, farmland, or unstable regions where excavation is nearly impossible. War, development, and politics have all limited archaeological work. There is one haunting clue. In the early 19th century, a fragment of a monumental Akkadian statue was found near the Tigris, the base of a figure that once stood over 3 meters tall, likely representing one of Sargon's sons. It hinted that a major imperial center once stood nearby. But was it Akkad itself, or was the statue moved there centuries later as a trophy of a legendary past? No one knows, and that is the mystery. Akkad was not a small or obscure city. It was the administrative heart of the world's first empire. Tens of thousands of people would have lived there. Palaces, temples, archives, workshops, all should have left unmistakable traces. Yet Akkad has vanished so completely that it challenges our understanding of how history survives. Its absence reminds us that even the greatest powers are fragile. Cities can rule the world and still be erased by time, rivers, and forgotten maps. Somewhere beneath the soil of Mesopotamia, Akkad may still lie buried, waiting to be rediscovered. And if it is ever found, it won't just be another archaeological site. It will be the birthplace of empire itself.